From WBBZ-TV Sports, it's time to beat the champ. Now, here are your hosts, Paul Peck and Sue Novotsky.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 4 at Rapids Bowling Center of Beat the Champ. I'm here with my guest host, Sean McKee, who we saw put on a great performance last week. And of course, Fran, who's doing a great job of filling in for Janelle, manning the scoreboard. But today we have a special show of all women. So what we're going to have is our high qualifier bowl, our fourth qualifier. So we will see Peggy Kuhn, we will see Sue Jeziorski, who joined me, and we are going to see Julie Selk. And then we'll see a newcomer. We'll see Morgan Walsh, who is a very young bowler, very great. So, Sean, tell us a little bit of what to expect out here with these lanes.
Well, I'll tell you what, these lanes were a little tricky last week when we finished up, so I'm really hoping to see a good match today, and I really think if you can make your spares, you got a good chance to win.
All right, that sounds great. And what do you think?
Well, I think Sean's absolutely right. This is going to be a spare making contest. We've got 3 phenomenal top veteran woman bowlers, and then you've got Morgan Walsh. She's got a fantastic coach in her father, Jeff, so it's just a matter of who's going to have the cleanest games and hang in there.
Well, one thing we don't see a lot of Beat the Champ is the women bowling, and I know we have a strong contingency here in this area, so we might as well let them do what they do best, and let's get rolling. All right, here we go. We've got Peggy Kuhn on your left, and Morgan Walsh is going to take a seat while Peggy starts this out. And I'm with Sean McKee right here. And Sean, I just found out that you bowl doubles with Peggy.
I do. I bowl on Thursday night at Kenmore Lanes with her. Phenomenal bowler, great lady, just an awesome time to be around, just an all-around great person.
Yeah, she's always been a very solid bowler. Back from her college days, and I remember she had an accident. A window had fallen on her hand and cut all of her tendons in her hand, and she had a tough time, a long time rehabilitating from that. But obviously, she's back on her game. She's doing well.
That's really good. I didn't know that. I haven't known Peggy, but for maybe, I think it's been about 3 years now. And, you know, I know a little bit about her, but, you know, the more I can learn about her, like I said, she's just such a great person, and she is a phenomenal bowler.
Yeah, we go back to our college days, so I'm going back a long time. She's very competitive, too.
She is, especially when we're bowling. I love the competitive edge she gives us. She never gives up. And that's what I love about her. She never gives up. She always gives 100%. Feels good. She doesn't feel good. It doesn't matter. She always takes the blame if we lose. Doesn't matter how bad we bowl. She's the one that always takes the blame. I love Peggy. She's just a fantastic person.
All right, our first look at Morgan. She's a left-hander. Got that one inside
nice
a little
break
bit.
There.
Here's another one I go way back with, only I remember when she was just a small child. Now she's a grown-up woman, 22 years old. 4 years of college experience under her belt.
I see that. It says she was 2 years at Division I for Fairleigh Dickinson and 2 years Division III from Adai College. Her dad, Jeff Walsh, another phenomenal bowler, great guy, her ball driller and coach.
Yeah, he is so knowledgeable and really benefit from someone's knowledge. And, you know, I'm sure, I mean, he's been with her every step of her career, never missing anything. So.
Absolutely. You know how it is. I have 2 kids who bowl high school bowling, so yeah, I try to be there as much as I can. Sometimes I can't, work doesn't allow me, but I try to get to everything I can to support my kids, to show them how much I really care about what they do.
That's awesome.
Like she might have had a little problem with the approach there on her spares, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, that's a nice break.
I think that when you go up the boards where you would normally get more hook, like for her to her left, or the right-handers would normally, they're used to missing right and having more hook, where you don't have that.
Right.
You're thinking, don't miss left, don't miss don't, and it causes you to pull it.
Absolutely.
So
You're kind of got yourself in a box, and you're afraid to get outside of that box.
And you're not supposed to think don't do something, because the minute you think don't do it can't think negatives.
That's right. Got to dwell on your positives. That's a nice shot. Oh, a little high.
Again, they're trying to make sure the ball doesn't go right on them, and the next mistake would be pulling it.
Really tough, because like you said, when you can't give the ball away and you got your free hook out there, then you're really trying to just force it right at the pocket. And it's really difficult to be so consistent when you're doing that.
I think that Peggy would be the first to agree with me that, growing up in this area, and how old were you when you left this area?
I was 21.
Okay, so you grew up somewhat with the shots when they were like held to the standard of being a little bit tougher.
Yes, I was.
So that's how we grew up too. So, getting our first 700s were huge deals. Now if you don't shoot 700, you're mad.
Absolutely.
And
it's really a huge advantage nowadays with the technology advances that there is in equipment, and the different oils and the patterns they lay out. Like you said, it doesn't seem to be as stringent as what it used to be. You got a lot more room for error.
But when you bowl a tournament, you still find tougher conditions, or the conditions, you have to be able to adjust to them. Breaking down, there's that lane that's tight down the lane.
Absolutely. That looked like a great shot off her hand, and just down lane, that lane just seems to be tighter.
You would know.
Absolutely, that's for sure.
But I think that we're kind of at a disadvantage now. When being from this area, we were always at an advantage, because we always were a little bit sharper, because we bowled on, we're always held to a very high standard as far as lane conditions went. And now we've gotten so desensitized to the easier conditions that we're not sharp. Even when we feel like we're throwing it good, we're just not sharp anymore, and you go bowl tournaments and you're kind of at a disadvantage now, because you just don't see those conditions often enough.
I agree 100% with that.
This feels like a good time to take a short break. We'll be right back with more action on Beat the Champ.
Instant replay on Beat the Champ is brought to you by Transit Lanes and Keglers. Join us for bowling, food, and drinks.
Welcome back to Beat the Champ. Let's get back to the action here on WBBZ-TV.
I've seen that a lot on this show, where you see what bowlers, are really made of competitively, because none of these people do this for a living, and yet I've seen people come up and throw like amazing shots.
Okay. Nice.
That one your feet got a little fast, but it's always amazing to me to watch people who don't bowl for a living go up and make something out of nothing, or throw a double when they have to.
Believe in yourself. Have confidence in yourself. Male, female, it doesn't matter.
It's a lot of it. But again, I just feel like just a lot less confident than I used to, because I'm just being so much on the same shot all the time, like bowling the same league in the same house, getting the same reaction. It's really made me lazy. It made me, in bowling this, made me want to get out and bowl more stuff and get back, into training myself. It's like I'm not a different bowler, but mentally, I see stuff that I'm not familiar with anymore, and there's like this little bit of panic sets in. It's like, nope, got to get back out there and start bowling some more.
Bowl multiple scratch tournaments and multiple shots, and bowl different houses for league and stuff, and you really keep your
what a
yourself.
Shot.
Well, beautiful shot. There it is again, tighter down lane. Just can't get the 10 out.
Oh, this just keeps going back and forth now, doesn't it?
It's funny, we watch these women bowl, and if we think about the men's scores, they would have beat some of the men.
You're absolutely right.
Nice spare. key shot here for Morgan. Let's see if she can get that 7-pin out. Two beautiful balls in this lane the last 2 times.
Absolutely.
Just
Position. She seemed a little nervous in the beginning, but now she seemed very
looks like
steady.
she's settled in. She leaked it left a little.
You know, it's funny. I noticed that every single time she's set up, she's taken that deep breath before she's gone to kind of release some of that nervousness, and
Yep.
she did not do it that time. She just went.
It goes to show you pre-shot routine how important it is. Keep doing it over and over again. Repetition. Tough spare here with the lane being a little tighter for her.
Oh boy, it's trouble. So you grew up bowling in this area,
I did.
and who were?
I bowled when it was Thunderbowl here originally.
Yep.
And then after I grew up and became a team bowler and started to become better and wanted to learn more, I went to Beverly Lanes and bowled the Junior Classic Invitational.
Did you know Roy Summer?
No, I did not know Roy Summer.
Okay, because you're.
Ron Mort was a very, very, very inspirational part
Ron,
of my
yeah.
bowling
Then
career.
he came over here, right? When this,
Yeah, he did.
Ron was nice.
He was. He was a great guy. He did everything he could for the kids.
He
Excellent.
did, didn't he? Him and Sue, right? Sue over here?
Suicide, yes.
Yeah.
And no matter what, Ron was always about the kids, and he always gave of himself to help the kids. He was a great guy, a great coach, and he's missed dearly.
Yeah. I did help open this place when Len first bought it, because I worked over at Tonawanda, so I got a chance to work with Ron quite a bit during that time.
Nice break right there.
Well, that makes it interesting.
It does. She can make one more good shot here and then force Peggy to get up and make a good shot.
That's right. You could force Peggy to have to double.
Okay. Big shot right here.
Count is very important.
What a great shot. Got it when she needed it. Forces Peggy to double. Beautiful.
Well, the good thing is she's not on lane 29. Not that she didn't make good shots there, but it was
Just a little
tough
tighter
getting
down
that
lane.
10
That's
out.
it. Get the 10 out. She's on her good lane here. Just a little left off her hand. And that
yeah,
goes
she
back to
actually
again.
squeezed that one quite a bit.
That goes back to again with being afraid to leak the ball to the right and just not coming back with the tougher pattern.
Absolutely. So we are going to see Morgan Walsh sit on the sidelines and wait for the results of the match between Julie Selk and Sue Jeziorski. And we'll be back to talk to Peggy right after this. Morgan Walsh upsetting our high qualifier. Peggy, those lanes were quite different, weren't they?
Yes, the left lane was definitely much tighter than the right lane, and I was trying to place the ball on that lane, and it didn't quite work out for me.
That's right, and she made some real solid shots there at the end, and you know, it's just sitting back there. I'm really kind of glad I'm just sitting back there and watching that, because that left lane all day long, tight down the lane out for the right-handers.
It was tough, and I knew it was going to be tougher on that lane, but That's all right. Next time, right?
That's all right. Next month, because we get to do this again next month. And you know, great job by Morgan, and we'll see what she does. She's going to wait in the sidelines and wait for the results of Julie Selk and Sue Jeziorski. So we'll be back right after that for that match. All right, we've got two characters here. This is going to be interesting. Sue Jeziorski is opting to start on lane 29, which I think is a lane she kind of wants to stay away from as far as finishing on it. So
It's just tighter down lane. Smart move here. She wants to start there and not have to finish there. I agree with the move 100%. Jumps a little high.
I didn't expect that.
Almost like she tried to put a little more hand in it because she couldn't get the 10 out. That's what it looks like. And then once again, when you try to make the move and you're in that little box, just one little tweak and
Wow.
didn't work. Tough spare here. She needs to get the ball on the left side here, the 4. She took 2. It's good.
One thing about these bowlers from our age bracket, you know, Peggy, I'm sure you see it with Peggy, and it's just experience has made you wiser. You don't give up pins.
Absolutely.
You think twice on your spares. You know, when you're on a double, you're always getting maximum pin count. Just those things, you know, you're taught.
I am always yelling. That was a great ball there. She got the 10 out nicely. I'm always yelling at my high school bowlers. I helped coach the Niagara Falls. And I'm always yelling at them, make sure you're getting pins. Even when you're not striking, you're getting pins. Cover your pins. Very important. And I see that a lot with you guys, the older people who have come up to understand that. A lot of kids nowadays just want to see the ball hook the hole.
Right.
That's what they want to see. Ooh, tough shot there.
No, she really tried to help that ball too, which is...
She did. I think we're going to see a little difference for her on the left lane because her tilt is a lot different. She's more up the back of the ball, so her ball may actually read that lane a little bit better, and she may not have as much problem getting the 10 pin out on that lane. So, see what Julie can do with that. Nice cover.
That's kind of an uncharacteristic shot for Julie. She doesn't... when she has to make shots, she's normally pretty good at making shots, but she's going to be a little more relaxed because her and Sue are very, very close friends. But
Beautiful shot.
make no mistake, Sue wants to beat her.
Well, when I was reading their paper here, I noticed that Sue drills Julie's balls. So, it'll be very interesting here.
Yep.
We wouldn't want to have the pitch and the thumb end up a little wrong the next time or anything
Yeah, we
like that.
wouldn't want
So,
one to go missing off that rack.
Great shot on the right lane for Sue. The troublesome left lane. Let's see what she does. Excellent ball. Go
What a
back to
great
again.
shot.
Be yourself. It was a beautiful shot. Just came a little high the first frame, made the adjustment, and took the 10 out.
I'd be interested to know if her watching these lanes all day and just the commentary has helped her kind of... I know she's been mentally preparing, kind of thinking about what she's going to do as far as watching everybody else bowl.
Right. I think you can sit and you can watch and prepare all you want to, but until you have to do it,
Yeah.
completely different. But she got up and she made a great shot, her
She
third
did.
frame on that lane. Great start. Clean game so far. See what she does in lane 29 now. It's
that's
good
a
off her hand.
shot.
What a shot. Very nice. Half
good
pocket
shot.
hit, and that 10-pin didn't stand a chance.
Nope. That is the best carry, that shot right there for sure.
Going high. Looks like it was a little left off her hand there.
We watched Peggy do the same thing. It must be that feeling of having to place the ball. Because Peggy said when I talked to her out there that she was, more trying to place it than roll it.
I almost think with as good as you have to be on lane 29, you almost feel like you have to be that good on lane 30, when lane 30 actually gives you a little bit of room, but you're so worried about leaking the ball right or getting it left off your hand because you're throwing on 29 and you're in the little box. And there it is again. Perfect example with her last ball there on lane 30. And it's just a little left, and she paid the ultimate price with it.
Yep.
Beautiful shot.
All right, let's see what Julie does with the lead now, because like I said, her competitive nature makes her want to like put her heel down on your neck when she's got you down.
Oh, beautiful shot.
As good of a bowler as she is, she's really in her heart a golfer. She's one of those golfers that'll golf until it's 40 degrees outside, and as long as there's still like a little bit of green, she's out there. Wow, great shot.
Great ball. Like I said, the tilt difference in the ball, she's getting the 10 out nice, and she made a move on lane 30. She looks like she's locked in pretty good. Let's see where it goes from here. Sue's last shot over here was a little left off her hand, so.
Yeah, and I think it was just a bad shot. I don't know that it was something you move on.
That looks like it was better. Very nice.
This looks like a good time to take a break. We'll be back with more Beat the Champ right after this. Welcome back to Beat the Champ.
Well, like you said, I guess Julie can stick her foot on her neck and push. See what she does here with the lead.
She's got incredible focus.
She
really
does. Just a little high. 4 pin there.
You're right about one thing. The talent level from these girls is definitely equivalent to what we saw out of the men's matches. And any of these scores would have been more than competitive with any match that we've seen.
Yes, I agree 100%. Goes back to just the women not being afraid to be who they are and just go out there and perform. A lot of local talent around here. She might have got up the back a little bit more on that one. The ball kind of wiggled a little on her. Leaves herself very makeable spare though.
Gives herself, she's got a 38 pin lead. Pretty good lead with 3 frames to go. She's got to be solid on her spares. Oh.
It's got a hook. There you go.
Whoa. I thought she got it in the dirt.
I did too. Very tough with the lanes being so different from each other.
Yep, we watched that
Especially-
all day.
Yeah.
It was a month of like really radical scores. You know, we never had a high number. I think we might have had a 2-0 or a 2-team, but we didn't have any. You always have that 250. Didn't see any of that.
Well, it's great keeping the scores low and keeping them competitive.
And
It really brings out the cream of the crop rising to the top. That's what you want to see. Very nice ball.
Who would have thought she'd make that lane look easy?
I know. I think she struck every ball but one on that lane. Julie here is actually making both lanes look easy.
Yeah, they don't even look different.
Great focus. I might have jinxed her on that one. It's still a pretty big shot right here.
It really is, isn't it?
Sue with her strike kind of keeps herself in it. Things just got a little interesting.
They sure did. Good shot.
It's a good shot.
I mean, that was really the idea behind Sue putting her on that lane to finish, is hoping to get to this point and she'd struggle with it. But that was a very good shot.
She needed it and she got up and she made a great shot. Leaves herself the 4-pin, so she needs a spare and then she really sets herself up to lock it up. Great spare.
Good spare. Nine pins will seal the deal.
9 pins. 8 pins with possibility of a tie. Very focused.
Whoa.
Oh. Sets up the chance for the possibility of a tie.
What a friend. I know, I said, what a friend.
Now Sue needs to get up and make an adjustment here and make a good shot. It looked really good off her hand.
Oh. Well, she put it there. She had a chance. That's all we want, is to have it in our hands, right? And give
Yeah,
ourselves a
that's it.
chance. All right, well, we're going to come back after this. We're going to talk to Sue, and then we're going to see the match between Julie Selk and Morgan Walsh. We'll be right back. Well, I'm here with probably my easiest interview of the day, but not one we wanted to have. So, we watched those lanes all day long, and did that factor into your thinking at all?
Honestly, a little bit, but not a lot. I just made, 3 hideous shots, and I paid for every one. That's kind of what we were talking about on the shows before. If you made a bad shot, got around it, pulled it a little bit, you were going to pay for it, and I did. I just didn't settle down.
And we know how competitive that girl is. She just doesn't go away.
She wanted to give me a chance.
She did. That was sweet of her. So now I guess we can let her stay hanging around with us. All right. All right, Sue, but it was great bowling, great watching you bowl, and I think I had more fun back there than I would have up here. But good job, and come back and join me over there.
I think I will.
All right. Well, all 3 of us will be back to watch the final match between Morgan Walsh and Julie Selk. Stay tuned for that. right, our title match here between our number 3 seed, Julie Selk, and our number 4 seed, Morgan Walsh, taking out the big guns.
Let's see if she's up for it. Looking pretty good.
Good shot.
Nice, smooth, calm approach.
Yep, beautiful follow through. Just really good fundamentals.
Very good fundamentals.
She's got a good coach in her dad.
Let's see if she can start us off with a spare here.
Oh,
Right off the hand.
okay.
That's okay. See if Julie can take advantage in the very beginning of an open.
All right. Great shot by Julie. You know,
Yep.
Julie didn't use that ball during qualifying at all. It wasn't something she didn't think she would bring out of her bag. So it just kind of tells you how stuff can change a little bit from week to week.
Balls with that service just were not an option during
Right,
qualifying. Not an
right.
option at all.
And now she's using physics on the other lane. And she's got really fast, just a bad shot. Hopefully an easy spare with just the head pin up.
We hope it will be.
Now she's having issues with her thumb.
What's that?
She's having some issues with her thumb. I know, like where she feels like it's not quite right. So I don't know if that would be like a tape issue or a half piece of tape. She likes to play with the grip set a lot, so she likes to put a little bit of powder rosin, the stickier one, on her hand.
Definitely slowed down her spare shot once
Yeah.
more online. Much
Yep.
better. We all get a lane, it's just our feet get fast and that happens. Morgan on the right lane, and this was a tough lane for her when she bowled her first match. Couldn't get the 7 out. It was a lot tighter for her down lane.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, and that's the same thing we saw in a couple of other shows. If the lefties, if you bump it left, no response.
Right. It seems pretty fair on the right side and the left side. It didn't seem like
Yeah. Nobody
the
had it
left-handers
easier.
had.
Like we said, the better bowlers are going to be the winners.
In this case, yeah, for sure.
Spare shooters. That's what it's all about. Better shot.
Yeah, that was
Nice
a lot better
spare.
shot. Straighter up a little further in than she had on that first one. I don't know if you guys touched on it, but it's nice to see her come out, somebody that's coming out of the college thing and jumping in and starting to bowl a lot of the adult stuff.
It's great to see, and I made the comment too, you know, female bowlers, we need to get more of them out here. You guys need to come out here and help each other out, support each other. Just a small taste of the...
That was a awesome shot.
Nice shot.
Just a,
You know, a lot of the girls too are super supportive of each other. We both qualifying me, Julie, and Peggy, and Julie and I were cheering Peggy on because Peggy had a really rough start, and Peggy ended up going around us. So it's just, it's kind of a thing. We'd like to see the other winner do well.
great camaraderie between everybody. It's like a family almost.
Well, when we were coming up from bowling, and I bowled for Buffalo State, Sue bowled for Buff State, but at those times we weren't limited as to what we could bowl. So bowling the weekend tournaments and the Cassio's tournaments and the the ABA tournaments, we were able to come out and get a lot of experience, where the NCAA rules are holding these girls back from being able to come out and compete. And that hurts all of us as a group. Absolutely. Because we always pushed. We learned from the ladies that came before us. So we learned how to act on the lane. We learned how to carry ourselves. We learned, and we always had respect for the people that came before us. And now we don't mingle as much with the younger people. I mean, our lucky they have Sue as a coach and Peggy as a coach.
DeUville,
I coach
right?
DeUville, yeah. It's a new program, and it's really nice. But you see where, a lot of the junior programs, the girls that I have that are maybe a couple years older, didn't have like the experience that some of the other ones do with junior gold and stuff like that. I don't have that. Right. So we're trying to give those experiences to them and teach them. They're learning more than we ever thought about trying to learn in a short period of time.
Experience.
It really does seem like on both sides the lanes are different. Each lane is different and presenting its own challenges to the bowlers, whether you're right-handed or left-handed.
It's kept everybody guessing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The action will continue on Beat the Champ in just a minute.
Instant replay on Beat the Champ is brought to you by Transit Lanes and Keglers. Join us for bowling, food, and drinks.
Welcome back to Beat the Champ.
I see a good shot by Morgan here.
Yeah, we got an 8-pin match here, depending on
good
what.
right there.
Really good, and she liked it.
Great shot.
We have an 8-pin match.
Morgan doubles here, she can really put some pressure on Julie.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Nice to get the 10 out of that one. Big double right there.
All right, let's see how
That was a
Julie
very
responds
aggressive
now.
top finish shot. That was a great shot.
Touch on it here, we notice Julie is throwing 2 different balls and Morgan's actually throwing the same ball on both lanes.
Julie responds nicely.
I don't think we have to question that response. That's a beautiful shot. From here, put the pressure right back on Morgan.
Oh, there's that double dribble. Oh, whoa.
Got the 9 out. Ugly 4-9 stare and got the 9 out. Nice break.
That is, she's definitely having issues with her hand right now.
Gave
Could be a
Morgan
3-pin
little
match.
opening here.
That's right.
I guess as a younger female bowler just coming up out of college, she looks to the opportunity to be able to make this shot and to actually say, hey, you know what? I'm young and I'm up and coming, so you got to watch out for me.
That's right. Send a message to us older
right.
us.
Get in the gym.
Oh,
good.
looks
Yeah.
good.
Nice
Beautiful
shot.
shot.
You know, there's another thing too. There's been such a big gap in women bowlers because you've got a bunch of us that are 40s, 50s, and then you've got these younger girls that are in their
Right.
20s, and there was like a whole gap in the middle of like a 10, 15-year span where you didn't have a lot of good female bowlers.
I try to get a lot of my high school girls to realize that, there's a lot of scholarships out there for female bowlers to be able to go to school.
Yeah, my 12-year already knows that, so whether she likes bowling or not, she's bowling.
I try to get my daughter to understand it. And then you become this right here, and this is a great example of what college can do for you.
Wow.
It's a
Really
great ball
nice.
there.
That was probably my favorite shot from
That
her.
was great.
Wow.
Just goes to show you the mental stability to be able to get up and make two good shots. At such a young age, up and coming, and
Very
really throwing the
impressive,
ball as
very
good as she is, too.
Oh, that was off her hand. That was left off her hand.
I think maybe the thumb issues might be playing into play.
I really do,
here,
because
and
she's been fiddling with her hand. I know it's been bothering her.
Looked like she's losing it on the left lane. I might have held it a little bit on the right lane there.
And then you lose it a little, and then instinctively your next shot, you're going to grab it a little
Right.
bit. You're so afraid of it. And that's where it comes into play, like a lot of times a half piece of tape, or put the tape a little lower in your ball, whatever
Right.
it might be, to just get that little extra feel.
We all know bowlers is all about feel. That's all it is.
That's got to roll up really hard on that one.
All right, well, there's a new sheriff in town.
There is.
And she's 22 years old.
Made the shots when she needed to.
She absolutely did. Wow.
Still
That
a
was a
very
good-
respectable game by Julie here, too.
Yeah, and a good spare on that one, because that's not a fun spare on this either.
Double wood. Anytime you see double wood, it's a fun spare, especially on these conditions.
Start to sweat. All right. Nice shot for her to finish up
Very
the
nice
match
finish.
on. No, that was great. All right.
All right, one shot, keep it on the lane, and we have a winner.
Sometimes being able to do what Morgan did, being able to throw one ball, you don't have to worry about having hand issues.
Right,
You got
right,
the same
right.
ball on both lanes, so that may have been what helped her out too, just by making the adjustments with her body. Another great
Nice
shot
shot.
off her hand.
Wow. Super impressive. I like her at the line. She's really patient. She's just waiting for the swing to come hurt her, and it's so nice to see.
Any nerves she had at the beginning, I think, are gone. If she can make it 6, it's 5 in a row.
Should be beating up the boys on this.
I would
That's
say
it. That's what I told you before.
a strike here. If she strikes out, she will have had
She
the
will have the
highest
high
match
game.
of the high game of the day.
Oh, good
almost.
place for that.
All right.
Well, that's got to make her parents super proud.
Yep.
Great to see the competitive nature in all the females who bowled today, all the local talent. Excellent show. Good spare by Morgan to finish it out.
That is our winner, Morgan Walsh. And we will be back to talk to her and give her her prizes and wrap this week up. Thanks for watching. Stay with us. To 180, our final match with our women. Morgan Walsh is our champion. Julie Sulk, a fine competitor here. You did a great job. Lanes were definitely a little different. You used 2 different balls, so one lane was a little tougher than the other.
Lane 30 definitely hooked a lot earlier for me, so I tried to use a pearl ball and get a little bit further down the lane. but with a little bit of a grip problem, I couldn't, shovel it down the lane far enough. So lane 30 definitely was a problem.
Well, I know what a competitor you are, and you grinded it out the best that you could. And this young lady made a bunch of great shots here at the end to pull this off. Your dad would be so proud. I remember you from a little girl, and I'm so impressed with where you've come with your game.
Thank you.
Your dad's your coach?
Yes, he is, since I was 4. So.
Well, he's done a great job, and it's too bad that he couldn't stay to watch you bowl. But, wow, Morgan, it's really you're fundamentally just about perfect, and your swing is great, and your follow through is great. Very impressed with your game.
You.
Are you going to come out and bowl the Queens tournament?
I will, yeah. Now that I'm done with college bowling, I can finally bowl it this year, so yeah, I'll be there.
All right, well, congratulations to you on a great performance, and I hope to see you more in the future, like for the regular show.
Yes.
All right, so we'll be back after this to wrap up the show and highlight next month's show. Stay with us. Well, that's a wrap for this month at Rapids Bowling Center in Niagara Falls, where we've seen some incredible bowling, a great show by the girls. Actually, it would have been just as competitive with any of the shows that we saw now, would it have been?
It would, and that's what these patterns do. They even the playing field out, and any woman should feel comfortable bowling against the guys on this kind of thing.
That's right. Look, another opportunity next month because we're going to have the same format and another sports shot. So we'll look forward to more challenging conditions and a lot to talk about. And Fran, thank you so much for coming today. And
thank you for having me. Yes, it was fun, Sue. It was a pleasure, an honor, and a privilege. And need me again, you know where to find me.
How about competing on the show next month?
Hey, might. We'll see what happens. I need a little bit of practice, but got to get some, got to get some old stuff out of me first. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, Jason Shuby will be our champion. We'll be back here at Rapids Bowling Center, and maybe we'll see Fran here, maybe we won't. But hope to see you here. See you next week.